Okay, everybody, I have the update. I went to the bank. I went in and I talked to them, and I was correct. When I thought I was being scammed, when they said that it just wait a while, it'll be on the consumer website showing that it was paid. It was for about 24 hours, and then the company Smart Hub took the money. So, therefore, the bank didn't have nothing to do with it disappearing. Consumers had nothing to do with it disappearing, but Smart Hub did. So what they did is they said they're going to put in a whatever what's that called when you're fighting something. They're going to get my money back, so I'm not worried about that. So I was able to go ahead and pay the shut off notice so that that won't happen. But now I know the right number to call for taking care of stuff and not automatically assuming that that is where it's going to be at. It is going on 8. Dogs are in the room eating. I finished with the pups, but I can't kind of take them out because Jeff come home from the doctor's, and of course he laid around quite a bit today. And now he's finally out cutting the grass in the backyard to clean up most of the what you call it, the fuzzies from the stupid trees, cottonwood. Thank you. Anyways, he has to have a bunch of blood work done because it's not normal for him to be this tired. The doctor is having x-rays done of his hands because he has a ganglionic cyst on his one wrist, and the doctor said about surgery, but I told him I had one on each wrist. I had surgery and they came back. The best thing is to try to pop them, like hit them hard, or have them stick a needle and drain it. It's going to come back till it doesn't want to, I guess. That's how I say it. So he had an accident a few years ago on his golf cart on his league, and he hurt his hand and it didn't heal correctly. So his hands have been hurting him, and besides it just being old age and arthritis, they think there might be something wrong. So they're going to do the x-rays on the hand. They're going to check on that cyst. They're going to do a bunch of blood work because I guess the blood work to find out for exhaustion or what it might be is different than just a normal, let's check our HDL and all that kind of stuff. So he's got to have blood work done. There's like a whole crap load of papers that he's got neuropathy in his feet, his hand numbness and tingles, an x-ray of the hand, 3+ view right. That's the hand that he hurt. And it's giving him fits. And that's for his different chronic fatigue. So he's going to have quite a few tests coming up here. But at least they'll get down to the bottom of it and find out what's going on with him because he is definitely having issues. It's just the last few days he gets up and he doesn't really do much of anything, and then he lays down and he sleeps sound. But last night he stayed up kind of late. But I just don't want nothing happening to him. And he's 67. He's going to be 68 here coming up in August, and I don't really want him. I mean, 68 is like the new 75. I'm kidding. I didn't mean that. He's going to be mad if he heard me say that. I like rubbing it in that he is older than me. But I still have Ad. She's here tonight. Again, we couldn't get Gia because Gia has camp. She has camp on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So we won't be able to get her. I'm wondering if they're done. Breakfast or dinner. I was going to fix a breakfast dinner, and then Ad just wanted. You're still eating, buddy? Good boy. Addie just wanted some Dunkin' eggs, is what she calls them, over easy, some toast to dunk it in it. And then, so I opened a can of corned beef hash, and then I started that in one pan, and then I did 2 eggs over easy and kind of like tossed it on top of the pile of corned beef hash. And I knew as soon as I seen Jeff's face, he was, that smells good. So I cooked up 2 more eggs. So I went and took the hash brown or corned beef hash, put it on my plate, and then I put the 2 eggs on it. And I went in the other room and I said, "Hey, look at this." And he looks at it. He's like, "That looks good." And I sat down and I says, "Smells," he goes, "It smells good too." I said, "Yeah, it does. That's why I made another 2 eggs and put it in the pan for you." He goes, "You did?" Yeah. So that's what he had. He was going to have the Chinese again, but I told him I can have something leftovers 1 day, 2 day, put 3 day. I ain't doing that. So I'm going to just take that and freeze it. It'll be one of those meals that's going to be in the bag that I write on it, Chinese food, and then all you do is you take it, you freeze it, and let's say I want to have it Friday, Wednesday I'll take it out of the freezer, put it in the refrigerator, let it thaw, and then Friday put it in a pan and pop it in the microwave, or put it in a pan, add a little bit of juices or something, and boom. You got Chinese again, and I don't have to go through all the hassle of how I made it in the first place. You about done, Max? Huh? I won't be able to take these guys out till Jeff gets done. Yep, he's done now. Because, okay. Because he's cut. Oh. Come on now. Henry, right there. Okay, everybody out. Go on. Cutting the grass scares the dogs. You should see Henry. Like today, he was just freaking out because of garbage day. You take him outside, and he's like scared to get off the deck. And then you go out in the yard, you call him, he comes out to you, and then you're saying, "Come on, buddy, come on." And he doesn't want to come, and then he runs out to you and stops, turns around, and runs back up to the deck. Harley, go on, back up. Come on, guys. As soon as Daddy gets done, I'll be able to let you out. So, basically, bank issue got taken care of. And who was it? Linda. Linda, you were right. I went to the place on Wilder, and they said that they don't do, that's just basically, I don't even know what the hell to call it, but it has nothing to do with paying bills or talking to somebody about a bill. So I just came home and called and said I want make a payment, and it come through, and I put in his account number. It pulled up how much needed to be paid, so I paid it. So he's good. And then I had them send that was the other thing. They never, when I did it the time that I got scammed, usually they asked if I want a reference number or text to you. And then I put in his number. That way he gets the text saying, "Hey, here's your reference number for your payment," and then he knows I made the payment. He didn't get that last time. That's why he was like, "Are you sure it went through? Are you sure?" I says, "Well, I called, and within 24 hours it said that the payment was of $200 was made," and it did. But then apparently 24 hours, and then I figured I was good and I didn't have to worry about it. Well, 24 hours later they pulled it. So that's how they scam. And it's called Smart Hub. Anybody, you're trying to pay a bill or anything, buy something online, if it comes through Smart Hub, it's a scam. They are coming from all over, and it's just a scam. Now, when I was at the bank, there was 2 tellers. I was with one, and the other one didn't have nobody there. And then shortly after I got there, and after I explained my whole situation of what was going on, and she went on the line and she started looking it up, and she's like, "Yep, this is where you called the last time. Yep, you had to have a new debit card issued," so I had all the information and everything. This elderly lady come in, and the lady on the side called her up, and she come up, and she started crying, and I was like, "What's going on?" Even the girl I was talking to looked over at her. Apparently she's been having to get money orders to pay her rent. And the place where she get the money orders from are supposed to, she tells them who to fill it out to, and then they fill it out, and then it's supposed to go to them. Well, apparently they haven't been getting her rent payments, and she was upset about it, and she was telling them that her daughter-in-law is on her way to Bay City to take her to the place where she was getting the money orders from, to get it, to figure out what's going on. But it was going to take her an hour and a half to get to Bay City, so wherever she lives is an hour and a half away. But then the lady wanted to start a checking account there so she could write checks to pay her thing, because I guess her daughter-in-law says, no more with this money order crap. We need to start having you do it through. And she's like, I have nobody here. I don't know what I'm doing. She's coming, but it's going to take her an hour and a half to get here. And the rent place are giving me 7 days to come up with 400 and something dollars. And she was just upset. So the lady's like, okay, first thing, we'll start a checking account for you, and as long as the money's in the checking account, you can write checks, and then if it doesn't go to them or something, we can stop it, which is a plus. And then she said about, you're only going to do this when you pay your rent twice a month, right? And she said, yeah. And she says, okay, then I'm going to give you the free checks, because I can give you up to 5 free checks. And she goes, okay. And she goes, that'll get you through the first 2 months. Then when you run out, come back, I'll give you 5 more. So that way the lady don't have to pay to have, because all she's using that account for is to pay her rent. And I thought that was really nice of the bank to do that. But that made me think, I wonder how many people are in similar circumstances. I mean, I personally am taking care of the stuff here, and Jeff's been having memory problems lately, so I've been taking care of even more of it. What happens if I start having issues? Who am I going to get to come take care of me and pay my bills and make sure? I mean, we don't have a rent payment or anything. The house is paid off, and I guess I'll have to have somebody come. It'll probably be a grandkid, because my kids are going to be right up there in age too. So I don't want to think about that right now. But there is quite a few people that do have to worry about stuff like that. And it makes me feel bad thinking, I mean, my dad is going to be 84, but my sister lives in Clio, my youngest sister. I'm the oldest, she's the youngest, and the 2 in the middle have passed away, and our mom passed away. But Tanya lives down there by my dad, so she takes him to doctor's appointments. Chuck's there too. So, and that Chuck, it was my sister Vicky's man. They were together for years. I consider him my brother-in-law, and he's been staying at Dad's with Dad, because Dad has fallen before, and there was nobody there, because Tanya lives in Clio, but she don't live, like next door. And then I live all the way here in Bay City, so my dad's taken care of. We make sure that, but there's a lot of people, like this neighborhood where I'm at, there's not young people. I mean, there's no kids. There's no children in this area at all out here. There's more elderly than anybody. There is a man that lives across the street that I'd say is younger than Jeff and I. The people that just got married, Michelle and Jason, I believe they're younger than Jeff and I. And the young men that live across the street are younger than Jeff and I. But about everybody else is older. In this whole area back here, they're all older. So I have something like that happen. It just bothered me. That poor lady, she was so upset. Hopefully he gets done pretty quick so I can take the dogs out. Time to relax and watch TV, huh, buddy? Well, I figured I'd give everybody an update. Everything's going to be working out. I'm just, It's like one thing leads to another. I take care of one incident and then I have another incident happen. And just Jeff is bothering me because I know his hands hurt him. I know that. I know his feet hurt him. I know he's got neuropathy bad in his feet. He's got the issue with his neck. And now he's tired and sleeping all the time. I know with him cutting the grass right now, if he don't even want to cut the rest of the yard, I might tell him he don't have to. Even though it's a zero turn, it still takes a lot out of him because then he is tired. And I don't want him tired like that. But if he doesn't get the front yard and the back 40 done, then that's fine. I don't care. He needs to come in and take a shower and relax or something. He's got physical therapy in the morning. He says it's working and helping, but I don't know. And then my wrist is still not completely, my skin is real soft. I've been looking at bands. It's hard to find a band for my Fitbit. Let's see. I'll turn it. Oh. What's he doing? Oh, he must be done. Good. Okay, then I am take my puppies out and let them go potty. And I will talk to everybody later. I hope everybody's having a great day. I feel better now. We're going to get to the bottom of what's going on with Jeff. And my son's bill's paid. Dinner's done. Pups are taken care of. Just got to let them go potty. Everybody have a great day. Bye for now.